at the end of the day. If you respect me and my role, we shouldn't have any problem. When we do come to that problem, when we talk about it, you know what I am, who I am. I know who you are. I respect you. But it's just that we have a responsibility as men to take care of our wives and to make sure our household is together. Right. So once they respect that, then it'll be less confusion.
Right.
I totally agree with the cooking thing. My wife probably looking right now like, what are you talking about? My wife cooks, but she also, she works a lot.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So the occasional, and I can't cook, so,
right.
We call McDonald's is like, right. My first name.
Bologna is the first name.
Yeah. But I thought you hit on something real good right there with the man wants respect. That's the one thing. If the balance is out of order, where the woman is doing everything and she's cooking, she's cleaning, she's the nurturer, she's doing everything, and we just come home, just like I'm here now, right. All your attention needs to be lean towards me. I think it can throw it out of whack. But the one thing that a woman and a lot of women struggle with this is to letting the man lead. I think a lot of women, I guess it's in the culture that we're in. We have a lot of single mothers raising families and things like that. So the woman always has to find her identity, and I am who I am. I'm strong. I'm a woman. Right. That's all good. But when you're married or you're looking for somebody that's going to be a partner with you,
right.
It can't always be about I'm the leader. And just taking it biblically, it's the man is the head of the household, and you can't have two heads of the household if it's going to be successful.
Right.
But the one thing about that I love that my wife does is that she knows where her roles are. Not saying I demean her, like know your role in her. She knows when to press me, when not to press me. Right. She knows, when to just stay out of my way.
Right.
Because it'd be sometimes it wouldn't even be her fault. It'd be something that happened at work, and I'm just going on.
I want you to wear this right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So she know when. All right, let's go, kids. Like let's get.
Sleep Daddy 11.
Give them the remote and let them go. So I think knowing that knowing the balance of who you are as a woman and who you are to me as my wife, I think is big. You just got to know what your role is in a relationship.
Right. What do you think, Mike?
I think it depends on, we all are different people here. It depends on the person, the partner likes. She got to know how to cook. Anthony says,
Aaron.
See, I don't even know who I'm sitting to.
He said, I'm Aaron.
This is Aaron. He says about the respect and everything. Overall, if you go biblically or you go naturally, spiritual, whatever, having putting God first, is the most important thing. Myself, and I think this is forgotten in the day we live in now, that you got to keep a clean house. You got a lot of women out here that dress fly, such and such, got the Gucci bag on, such and such, or whatever. Then you come to the house, you like, what in the world is going
been
on?
home all day?
Especially been home all day. Right. You've been home all day, not doing nothing, such and such, or whatever. But I think it depends on what you're actually looking for and what actually if that person can make you happy, such and such, and understanding that the man is the head of the household. He's to provide such and such, whatever. But there's some things that a woman that you look for in a woman that needs to be done. Now it's not saying, oh well, you got what you need to do and I got what I need to do. If you put it together and say, hey, if you can't do this today, hey, babe, I can't do this today. Why don't you do it? Such and such. All right, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But it's got to be, everybody's got to be on the same level.
Right.
If you're not on the same level, then you have friction.
Right. Right.
I mean, my stand on it, we all heard of the 80-20 rule.
Right.
So I feel like everything that you guys are saying is at 80, but we're still missing that 20. So for me personally, I need my wife to be the 80 and the 20. Like, I don't need you to be 100 because I'm not looking for you to be perfect and, because that's a lot of pressure. But I do need you to be 80 when you need to be 80, and then I need you to be 20 when I need you to be, so I need you to be able to, make grits and know that I like cheese in my grits, but then also flip it and know that I like you in high heels and, when the kids go to and all of that.
If you got
so
kids.
if you have
Before
kids,
the kids.
but if not, then let's go work on that. But that's that 20. I need you to be the 80 and the 20, but not 100.
All at the same
So-
time.
Right, not all at the same time. But you know, Aaron's mentioned something about the wife, you know, working, and Dequan also said he doesn't want he would rather his wife not work. But let me ask you, how do you feel about being with a woman who makes a significantly larger amount of money than you as a man?
Like, do you think it's good? Like, not you make 40 and she makes 60. Like, you make 40, she make 100. Like,
Right.
she making 6 figures and you making
That's
40, 50.
significant.
Not we just $10,000 apart. No, we here with ours.
I mean, in this day and time, this is 2011. A lot of things have changed. The woman has taken on bigger roles, not just with the household, but just in the economy. You had back in the day when men was going, you know, to college and getting the big time jobs. Now you got the women doing that now.
Right.
And like I said, this 2011, a lot of women are caking right now, like crazy, and the men are just like, you know.
What you doing?
The men are just, you know, I'm not saying that we're stagnant, but we just where we are. I mean, to me, I was raised in a family where my mother and father, my father was the breadwinner, of course, but my mother also worked also. And what they did was they combined their monies together. And I feel that if God has put you together, it doesn't matter how much money you make, you know, you come together as one.
Right.
That's what your body is. When you get married, you come together not as separate people, but you come together as one. So if you put, hey, if my wife is making 200,000, I'm making 80. You know, that's the way it is now. Some men have some men have a drive, you know, to say,
It's like
okay.
a job. Right. I'm joking.
Some men have, that's a big number, right? But some men have a drive to say, you know, that hey, I'm gonna try to do my best to get past you, but sometimes it doesn't work like that.
Right.
So
This economy.
I believe that, right, in this economy, I believe that what you have is what you have. I mean, if the guy progresses you to make more than what your wife is making, then, you know, so be it. If not, then want to be content, you know. She making, I don't think that, you know, it's all about putting it together.
I feel like I mean, $80,000 is not a bad salary,
That's a good
you know,
salary.
but
These
it's
days.
not what
200.
she's making. She's
Right.
making 200. So I mean, the way I feel about it is, as long as you still let me be the man,
Right.
you know, I'm not asking you to go spend all your money on everything. You know, let me take care of what I'm supposed to take care of. And you know, as long as you're not throwing it up in my face all the time that you make more, and you're not trying to, you know, jump in front of me with everything. Like I look up and everything just paid already.
Right.
Like, as long as you're not doing that, I'm fine. You know, like I said, 80 is not a bad salary, and that, you know, we're talking about those numbers. So it's not a bad salary, but if you feel like you want to upgrade me, you know, like you want to help me get to another level, by all means, do it. If, you know, I'm the type that if I want to, you know, start a business, but I don't have the front money, you make it $200,000 a year, and you want to front me money, that's fine.
Right.
You know, help me. Like, I have no problem, you know, with you wanting to help me out. Just don't throw it in my face,
Right.
you know, that you bringing in.
I mean,
Well, let me say this. I'm old fashioned, and let me tell you, I don't care 2 cents if she's making more. I don't really care. But my thing is, and let me say this because a lot of people misconstrue what I say as far as working. I don't mind you working, but it's got to be something I don't want you to know you don't have to work. You know what I mean? I will be that's support for you. But I want you to do what you love. You know what I mean? If you're going to work, do what you love. Now, the money issue is not a problem. But if you're working harder than me, that's a problem.
Right.
That's a problem. Now,
Okay.
I got to work. You know what I mean? Because this is what I do. I'm built for this. And us as men, you know, we are built, built stronger than women. And I think it's a shame that if a woman is working harder than her man. Now, that's where the issue comes in at.
I'm with
You
you
know,
on that.
the more money, hey, if you making more money, you know, you out there, you know, doing your thing, and it's easy, something you love or whatever, that's fine, because it's coming to my house. You know what I mean? Because, again, as a man, I have a responsibility to make sure we being good stewards. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you ain't going, you know, you can do you, You do you, boo boo. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, there's gotta be some type of standard or some type of accountability to me, even though I'm not
Right.
making the money. So again, I agree. I don't mind. You can make 200,000. Let's
Just
make it 3.
understand that if you quit your
You know
job,
what
we're
I mean?
still good.
That's right.
We still
I understand
job.
that, and plus understand that you can't work harder than me. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna want kids. You know what I mean? I'm gonna want my house clean. So at the end of the day, you gotta cut back. You know what I mean? And if it's gonna cut your salary, let it be. But at the end of the day, if it's easy money or whatever, that's fine. But you can never, ever. My woman will never work harder than me.
Now, as far as that money goes, I understand, you know, y'all want to pay the bills and stuff like that, but what do you do when you're making 80, she's making 200? She can afford a $200,000 lifestyle. You can't. So would it make you feel some kind of way, whereas, okay, you want to front the bills, but the bills might
Right,
be
you
still,
really can't.
because $200,000, you could get you a pretty nice house.
Yeah.
She might be able to drive, you know, a luxury car. Gucci this, and she don't mind you
Right.
driving a luxury car because it's y'all money. If you got a respectful woman who doesn't mind this being y'all money,
Right.
so it's like I want a Lexus, but you want to buy that Lexus.
Right, right.
Like, would that bother y'all? And not okay. You get to pay the lights. You might not be able to afford the mortgage, depending on where y'all live, but you got the lights. You got the this. You can still buy her gifts. You can still do that. But would it bother you that her money was basically fronting your lifestyle? Because I mean, if I work to make 6 figures, I'm not gonna be living on an $80,000 budget because I don't have to. So you know.
I mean, like Daquan said, I'm old school, so I really take a lot of stuff that my parents used to do. A lot of people nowadays, not saying that it's bad, you know, if your household goes like that, But some people, you know, they split up the deals and say, hey, you got the mortgage, you got the car on, I got the lights, I got the kids clothes, such and such, whatever. You know, if you combine your money together, you have more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So some things you have to budget the way the economy is, and you can just go all willingly. If you got it like that, then you got it like that. But I mean, making 200. Let's say the wife, she makes 200, I make 80. You combine the money together and say, hey,
We
we
make
got all the
280.
bills. You know what I'm saying? I got my little hobbies over here. Like I like cars, so I like, you know, putting stuff and putting radios in and exhaust and all that. I got my little account here. You got your little account there.
Right.
So you put in what you got. You know, you want to go buy your little Gucci bag. Hey, go buy it, because you got it in your little stash.
Right.
You know, I got my little stash. So as long as the major stuff is paid for, I don't see, you know.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
I don't do that either.
Listen,
I don't do that either.
Let me tell you, you said something earlier. You said 2 become 1. Now, no way that we could both have our own money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
I mean, like,
if you didn't have it, because 200,000 is a really big number. That's really unrealistic to me.
It's
But
possible.
But it's possible. What I'm saying, I'm just saying where I am.
Well,
You know
let's
what I mean?
say 150,000, because I know women that's making. Let's say
Okay.
100,000 and you making 40.
I'm not saying the amount of money. I'm just saying you're still held. This is still a responsibility to me. I'm gonna handle the money. You're gonna make the money, but I'm gonna handle the money. Because again, you're not gonna go out and get a Gucci bag and then I'm rocking something from the thrift or something like that. You know what I mean? It's not-
Jansport? Why are you wearing Jansport?
We're not gonna-
Period.
We're gonna edit that out. But there's a responsibility that she still has, and rather again, I always say never marry somebody you don't trust, because again, a woman has to trust a man with their life. You know what I mean? It's different for a man. You know what I mean? But a woman, you have to trust that man with your life. So you really have to evaluate him and his morals, because again, if you're making that amount of money, guess what? He's gonna manage that money unless he's not good at managing. Then you can't really do it. You know what I mean?
Then we need to make a decision.
Exactly. We'll hire somebody, but
You want to let the woman do it?
I would let her do it if she's good at that.
Okay.
A lot of women are into, they into buying themselves, fancy stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, we fancy,
and,
huh?
and a lot of stuff is not really necessary. So, you know, at the end of the day, we could live a nice life. If we got $200,000, guess what? Our lifestyle is not going to be $200,000. It's going to be maybe $100,000, 75, so that we can save and we can get better things. So, but if you're not thinking like that, if you're thinking, you know, we got $200,000, I'm making this, so listen, boo, I'm about to get this card. You gonna get this, get what you like. And to me, no, I'm gonna say, you know, all right, let's sit down, let's evaluate this. You know, this is what you making, this is what I'm making. But it don't really matter. We got one salary. We don't have 280.